Why did God decide to wipe out an entire civilization and start over? Who were the enigmatic Nephilim? Where did they go, and what forbidden knowledge led humanity to destruction? The world before the flood was far more advanced than we imagine. Mysterious knowledge, lost technologies, and secrets buried under millennia of history may be closer than we think. The Bible presents us with a fascinating account of humanity's beginnings. God created Eden, a perfect paradise where Adam and Eve lived in harmony with nature, free from death and pain. The earth provided everything in abundance, and they could walk and talk with God. But a single choice changed everything. The serpent questioned Eve, "Did God really say that?" And thus, the first act of disobedience was committed. The knowledge of good and evil was acquired, but along with it came fear, guilt, and corruption. Expelled from Eden, Adam and Eve had to face a hostile world. The land, once generous, now required effort and sacrifice to yield food. Their descendants grew up in an environment increasingly marked by conflict. The rivalry between Cain and Abel culminated in the first murder in history. Cain, consumed by envy, killed his brother and was cursed. He left and founded the first city mentioned in the Bible. As centuries passed, humanity prospered. Technology advanced rapidly. The Bible mentions figures such as Jabal, the father of nomadic herders, Jubal, the creator of music, and Tubal-Cain, the master of metallurgy. But with progress also came corruption. Violence spread. Lamech, a descendant of Cain, boasted about killing a man and declared that his vengeance would be 77 times greater than that of his ancestor. The culture of revenge and brutality became part of everyday life. Then came the Nephilim, beings described as heroes of old, men of renown. But who were they? Fallen angels who joined with human women, creating powerful hybrids? Or merely a lineage of warriors and kings who dominated the earth with forbidden knowledge? The term Nephilim can mean the fallen or those who make others fall. Their existence is associated with a time of chaos, when humanity was on the brink of collapse. Human longevity was extraordinary. Methuselah lived 969 years, and Adam 930. This allowed knowledge to be passed directly through generations without the need for written records. Imagine an inventor perfecting their skills for centuries, or a king ruling with an iron fist for hundreds of years. But this same longevity also allowed evil to spread without limits. A tyrant could reign for centuries, and a corrupt civilization had enough time to sink further into sin. Over time, knowledge turned into arrogance. The relentless pursuit of pleasure and domination led society away from God. Men took as many wives as they wanted, disregarding the model established in Eden. Morality was abandoned in favor of power and desire. Technological progress did not bring moral progress. Corruption became systemic, infiltrating institutions, rulers, and culture. Life before the flood was not primitive. Large constructions, developed cities, and sophisticated knowledge marked this forgotten era. Humanity may have mastered sciences that we are only now beginning to rediscover. There are indications that ancient civilizations inherited fragments of this lost knowledge. What if the great monuments of history are echoes of that era? Faced with this dark scenario, God made a drastic decision. The Lord saw that the wickedness of man had multiplied on the earth, and that every inclination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil all the time. The Creator, deeply grieved, decided to purify the earth. But amid all this decay, there was one man who remained righteous, Noah. God revealed his plan to Noah and commanded him to build a gigantic ark. The project was detailed, a ship 150 meters long, capable of withstanding the greatest cataclysm in history. Noah began his mission, facing the mockery of a society that did not believe his message. For years, he worked on constructing the ark, an impressive act of faith in the face of an announced disaster. The world at that time had never seen anything like it. The Bible suggests that before the flood, the earth was watered by mist, and rain as we know it did not exist. Imagine the disbelief of those who saw Noah building a massive ship on dry land. But he persevered. When the flood came, civilization was entirely wiped out. What was truly lost in the waters? How many secrets remain submerged? The presence of the Nephilim before and possibly after the flood raises intriguing questions. Some passages suggest they reappeared, perhaps emerging in post-flood civilizations. Did they influence ancient cultures such as the Sumerians, Egyptians, and Mayans? Could their skills have left marks on monumental architecture that still challenges us today? The flood was a reset, but humanity's story continued. What can we learn from past mistakes? The world before the flood was a place of mysteries and wonders, of advances and decline. Many of these enigmas are still hidden, waiting to be revealed. After all, the signs of the past always leave traces. What was buried under the weight of centuries may one day come to light. As we seek to understand history, one question remains: are we ready to rediscover the secrets that were left behind? The world before the flood was a stage of greatness and ruin. Now, it is up to us to decipher the remnants of that lost era and understand what really happened. If you enjoyed this content and want to continue exploring the mysteries of the Bible and history, subscribe to the Sacred Tales channel. See you in the next video. Until then.